Well, you are
You're a genius.
a genius, of course. You are a genius and a kind of I would say, a future man. Did you see there is any new technology, any new thing that you can sense, feel that is going to be the next big thing that we should invest on?
Well, I don't know if I can give you any good investments, but I will tell you, I'm interested in science in general, and I look at it, and I think what's going on in the biochemistry area right now is just absolutely fascinating. And I don't mean just because of the coronavirus work and the mRNA vaccines and things, but if you take a look at the work that's been done on CRISPR, for example, the ability to edit and to modify DNA, and the potential for that.
CRISPR is scary.
It's just remarkable. And what's remarkable about it is that from its discovery, which I think is less than 10 years ago, to now it being applied to, rapid tests for infectious vaccines from or attacking the virus themselves or creating. It's just remarkably quick. So I think the information revolution, the Microsoft, the Apples, all that stuff, is starting to fade a little bit. And I think what you're seeing now is the beginning of what I call the biochemistry revolution, where we're starting to be able to control more of the life sciences through some very innovative chemistry.
Michael Crichton saw this coming.
Sorry?
Michael Crichton, the author of Jurassic Park. my beloved Michael Crichton. Probably has it in a good place.
Genetic resequencing, huh?
Genetic resequencing. He saw it coming. The books are so rich in details, in technology. And the books are like 20, 25 years old. They are so rich in details about genetic editing. It's incredible. And now, what he saw coming, sorry for interrupting you about this, but Michael Crichton to me is like this 20th century Jules Verne.
There's more than him than that. There's Asimov. There's
he saw it coming.
Franklin Herbert. There's a lot of other people out there.
And I think what he saw coming, he saw it too early. And as Steven is saying, this is the next industrial revolution, the biologic and genetic industrial revolution that is coming. Unfortunately, because it's going to be kind of dangerous.
Well, there'll always be dangers. There'll be pitfalls and everything, but that's life. I mean, we've always learned to adapt.
Why are you so interested in what is of CRISPR that calls your attention so much?
Well, I just take a look at its impact on society, and the questions it causes society to ask itself. Much like the digital revolution created a whole new way of interacting with each other, and caused us a lot of questions in terms of what can be photographed and how you can communicate with people. Well, now you take a look at what's happening with biochemistry to some extent, breaking everything down into DNA and then taking things apart so that you can take a look at different attributes of a living organism and change it, hopefully for the good. But I can think of like a really 1,000 moral questions that might have to be asked before we go much further. And, we're not very good as a species for asking these questions. We sort of charge ahead. And I think I'm a little bit worried about some of the questions that need to be addressed about this in terms of how we modify genes so that we can avoid diseases and things like that. I think that's fairly easy. But how about, trying to make us better, enhance things, make us taller, smarter, whatever. These things that wouldn't naturally occur, but you could potentially do.
I have a problem with that, though.
Questions that need to be addressed. So the science.
Star Trek discussed this
very quickly.
I know, but I have a problem with that. Imagine
catching up, just like digital happened quickly, but I think this has even happened quicker, and it's going to have a profound effect on longevity, income disparity. Rich people may be able to get treatments like this, whereas the poorer people may not. And so there's a bigger gulf. So there's all kinds of questions that could be asked about this new technology.
Yeah, but the main question for me is, I mean, we are 8 billion people in this planet.
Yes.
And I know it's tough when people die. Okay? I understand that.
Well,
but if we don't die...
Yeah.
Imagine that CRISPR gets even better, which is a matter of time that it's going to get even better anyway, because they are developing CRISPR and better ways of sequencing DNA. And they make us, future generations, when you millennials are old and have white hair, you're going to see this. So what will happen with population? Population
growth will slow down.
Well, I think you're basically, agreeing with me that this is a profound effect on our society, this technology development. And that's why I bring that up. It's going to have a profound effect on our society, both now and it's just starting. It's just starting, where we're going to be able to, fix diseases and things like that obviously people want to have done. But then it could extend life. A lot more of our population will live a lot longer, hopefully better lives. But there's societal cost to that. There's impact to society. So that's why when I look at that, I think it has. I'll call it the biochemistry revolution, just to put a broad term on it. But it's going to have an impact that's equally or probably more so than the information technology that we went. We went to information technology as we went from analog radio waves. We digitized
to digital,
everything.
Yeah.
And now we're sort of looking at the digital version of life with DNA, right? So same kind of thing where we're going to the fundamentals and then we're going to explode from there. And I think there's going to be a lot of questions to ask.
The thing is, Steven, what I was going to ask is this. I mean, you know that the biotechnological revolution cannot happen without the information technology at the same time. It has to happen at the same time because, for CRISPR to work, you need vast storage capabilities. And with biotechnology, it's already been found that DNA can be a massive storage potential.
Microsoft is very strong in digital DNA drives.
Yes, because therein lies the key. Is that if you can?
I've been subscribed for years to Google News to send me updates about digital drives because I find it so mind-blowing.
Why?
Okay, my dear millennials, you have to understand something. You maybe don't know when you're watching this. You have to understand something. DNA is not the genetic information that makes us. DNA is the storage
of memory.
It's a hard drive that lasts for thousands of years. DNA is not the genetic information. That is the chromosomes. That is a different thing. The DNA is the storage. It's a freaking hard drive. Now, what might blow your mind is, who designed that hard drive?
Us, eventually, us. And I think in Star Trek they use the computers on their fictional ships is run by neural nets, which is basically DNA sacks.
One last
an infinite storage unit.
Before you go all full down that rabbit hole of Star Trek because you are tricky, a part of a softie.
Well,
This guy is many things. This guy is a RAM expert. He's an expert in RAM. He is an expert in Star Trek, cryptocurrency, and all sorts of things. But we are not going down that rabbit hole because that is
Steven is a secret. Steven is a secret Trekkie.
I do. Yes, there's no question. All good ideas come from Star Trek.
There you go. See? So he's got a Starfleet badge under there.
I have a last.
Yeah. If you want some more of this, subscribe. If you like it, press like. But we prefer if you subscribe. All right. And plus, on top of that, if you don't want him in the country anymore, definitely subscribe.
Yeah.